Alright, sorry about that. It seems I had accidentally cut it off, but let's continue with the Sabian symbol that we pulled for the collective. Virgo 22 is the first one I saw. A royal coat of arms enriched with precious stones. So, Oracle, there is a strong connection to heritage, one's lineage or ancestors. This can give rise to feelings of pride or honor. There are things to stand up for and represent. Being true to your heritage or beliefs empowers you with strength and stability. Wow, a bird just flew by my window. Confirmation, well, two of them. Okay. There can be the appearance or the impression of wealth. No matter what the actual financial status, there is a need to project a sense of nobility of character, pride, or confidence as adopting these strengths see you through the situation. Sometimes someone believes that they are above everyone else and they lord it over others, believing they have a God given right to be in charge, to bully or call the shots. In situations of trouble, difficulty, or betrayal, in fact, any challenging emotion, falling back on a belief of your own royalty combined with a good sense of self worth and who you are helps to get through with grace without incurring bad blood or enemies or letting yourself down. Displaying markings of noble status or bearing, even if this is just in your behavior, can lead others to see and believe in your beauty, talent, and worth. Keywords: a long lineage standing behind, social stratas, royalty, issues of social standing and identity, having a regal bearing of aristocratic status, nobility, coat of arms, strength of association, pure blood, ancestors of worth of note, hereditary lines, having rights and prestige, pageantry, knights jousting, inheritances, wealthy lineage, displays of grace and honor, beauty and wealth, no matter what the status, tartans, precious stones, shields, and inscriptions. Interesting. The caution: superficial judgment of one's ancestry, believing in privileges for a select few, seeing others as not being worthy, class consciousness, snobbery, having slaves to do everything, being in the club, elite school, snobbery, bastardizing others, feeling above everyone else because of lineage. Every king springs from a race of slaves, and every slave has had kings among his ancestors. Plato. There is no king who has not had a slave among his ancestors, and no slave who has not had a king among his. Helen Keller. Dignity is not negotiable. Dignity is the honor of the family. When I want a peerage, I shall buy one like an honest man. When I want a peerage, I have no idea what that means. A peerage? What the hell? Maybe I'll search that up. Maybe it's like having peers around you. Peerage. A peerage is a system of hereditary or lifetime title nobility, typically found in countries with monarchies or other forms of hereditary leadership. In the UK, for example, it refers to the title nobility and their corresponding ranks, including Duke, Marquess, Earl, Viscount, or Baron. These peers historically were entitled to sit in the House of Lords and enjoyed certain privileges. So, interesting. Let's see what else we have. Nobility has its obligations. So maybe there's something about money here as well. And maybe, like, as we just said, obligations, right? So we are not a family, we're a firm, George the Sixth. It is indeed a desirable thing to be well and descended, but the glory belongs to our ancestors. My mother told me I was blessed, and I've always taken her word for it. Being born of or reincarnated from royalty is nothing like being blessed. Royalty is inherited from another human being. Blessedness comes from God. Duke Ellington. Honor wears different coats to different eyes. Interesting. This could be regarding career as well. Well, we've pulled a few others, so let's see what else for the collective. Leo 7. The wonder of the constellations of stars in the night sky. Keywords: reminders of patterns, integration, and enormity of nature, the big picture, observing signatures of determination to be somebody, the stars and stripes, feeling like a tiny fleck against the backdrop of the vault of the sky, space travel and its wonders, signs from the heavens, answers sought through astrology, astronomy, being the shining star, enormous people or personalities. So maybe there's something about the transits today that are especially significant. The caution: ignoring down to earth issues, missing the small details, only being amazed by huge things and not seeing wonder in the small things of life, being starstruck and not seeing the true picture. Watch the stars and from them learn. To the master's honor almost turn, each in his track without a sound, forever tracing Newton's ground, Albert Einstein. As soon as man does not take his existence for granted, but beholds it as something unfathomably mysterious, thought begins. The purpose of light is the investigation of the sun, the moon, and the heavens. A person should contemplate the workings of the universe with reverence and introspection. In this way, expression is given to the effects of these laws upon his person. This is the source of hidden power. I Ching. I am astounded by people who want to know the universe. It's hard enough to find your way around Chinatown. Anyone informed that the universe is expanding and contracting in pulsations of 80 billion years has a right to ask, what's in it for me? Oracle. The bigger questions are likely to be in your mind at this moment. Simple issues will be viewed against the backdrop of something greater. This helps keep life in perspective. The symbol is about the need to see patterns of what is going on around you rather than looking at each thing separately. Step back for the wider view and allow the imagination and intuition to create an inspiring vision that gives answers and direction to your life. Sometimes individual events have more importance than to act as cogs in a wheel of a broader, more inspirational message. Interesting. Sometimes individual events have no more importance than to act as cogs in the wheel of a broader, more inspirational message. Looking at the sky can induce wonder of life's possibilities. The stars are so far away, yet they feel so large and close when the sky is dark, clear and dark. Try to get out and observe the night sky. This can help bring a sense of wonder and awe in your life and remind you of the beauty of our universe. We have Cancer 8 here for the collective. A group of rabbits dressed in clothes and on dignified parade. You can fool too many of the people. You can fool too many of the people too much of the time. James Thurber. Those who do not study are only cattle dressed in men's clothes. Lying to ourselves is more deeply ingrained than lying to others. I pretended to be somebody I wanted until I finally became that person, or he became me. There is no labor a man can do that's undignified if he does it right. A graduation ceremony is an event. Wait one sec. Sorry. A graduation ceremony is an event where the commencement speaker tells thousands of students dressed in identical caps and gowns that individuality is the key to success. A man is known by the books he reads, by the company he keeps, by the praise he gives, by his dress, by his tastes and distastes, and the story he tells, by his gait and the notion in his eye. Keywords: emulation of higher forms, procreation, having babies, dressing up, modeling shapes and forms, parading or being on parade, attempts to overcome class barriers, popularity competitions, groups with a particular agenda, uniforms, religious garments, life forms posing as humans. That's interesting. Life forms posing as humans. Okay, maybe aliens are around you. Outfits that project a particular agenda, regardless of reality. Identification. Um, Identification parade and identikit photos. The caution: pretending to be what one is not, sublimating one's instinctual or animal needs to maintain a dignified straight front. It's deception, strutting one's stuff, showing off, demanding attention, appropriating an office or sense of authority. Sociopaths and losing respect. Um, Criticism of those just starting out. Interesting. 9889 could be relevant. Sagittarius, Scorpio energy. Your abilities can take a leap ahead of normal development simply by making an attempt to be or do more. The symbol pictures the process of projecting into the future higher sense of being or thinking forward into a more intelligent, more successful level of life. Another aspect of the symbol speaks of wanting to cover up one's sexuality with another display of dignity or conservatism. This may be a necessity in more conservative social circles, though through a sense of inferiority, there may be a need to take on another's role or personality. By wearing elaborate or unusual clothes, gowns, wigs, etc., we can influence or change how others perceive us. Clothing and costumes can either elevate or degrade one's status. Imagine yourself clothed elegantly as having a dignified stance, as this can lead others to think more of you. Project yourself with a sense of confidence and dignity. Don't be restricted by class or status. Excel others' expectations and don't let anyone pigeonhole you. I wonder what pigeonholing means. Maybe thinking they're trying to like tell you what your reality is or who you are. Very interesting. Getting slight Pisces energy in this collective. Virgo 8. A girl takes her first dancing instruction. Fine dancing, I believe, like a virtue, must be its own reward. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. I don't try to dance better than anyone else. I only try to dance better than myself. Mikhail Baryshnikov. Remember, Ginger Rogers did everything Fred Astaire did, but she did it backwards and in high heels. How inimitably graceful children are before they learn to dance. Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, will you join the dance? Lewis Carroll. A child must feel the flush of victory and the heart sinking of disappointment before he takes with a will to the tasks distasteful to him and resolves to dance his way through a dull routine of textbooks. Keywords: practice makes perfect, higher talents being developed, learning discipline, self-control, and concentration. Taking on something new, listening and following instructions, moving into a new sense of being, losing innocence, learning the steps without thinking, music and dance, following rhythm, progressing from one thing to the next, instructors and students. The caution: difficulty learning lessons, continually returning to the beginning, not trusting the teacher instruction, having to learn things against one's desires, believing that one knows everything already, fears of being seen as a beginner or clumser, having two left feet, not paying attention to life's lessons, and naivety. So big, strong focus on similar energy that Pisces was getting today. Not paying attention to life's lessons. You may find yourself in a situation that is brand new to you and the need to learn the ropes. You have the potential to do well, but initially you may be unsure of what to do or how to act or react or what steps to take. Even though you may know a lot of many things in regard to the situation facing you, may not have had much experience. There may be a lot to take and absorb and learn at the moment, but one day you'll probably look back and see that it was actually easy. Like learning to ride a bike. After the steps to the dance have been learned, you are able to display more maturity and grace. Eventually people can stop telling you how to perform. However, no matter how much we know, we go on learning throughout our entire life. For now, you have to listen, respond, and learn. That is, unless you are the teacher, pay attention to what is being taught and what indeed can be learned. You will continue to learn and go far in life. Music and dance can lift your life. Indeed, they can transform it. So maybe dancing is important to get the energy flowing through the body chakras, happiness, joy. Very interesting. We'll continue with some juicy messages for the collective energies. Collective messages for those watching this reading. Collective energies, messages for the collective. I almost saw prosperity or something like that, or prospects. Jealous of the love you get. So this could be somebody around you that was causing conflicts with some kind of angry words or manipulative words. Sign the contract. Interesting. You could be signing a contract, wants to laugh, while holding you back. Wow. So this person is very catty or petty. So there is a need to detach from this. We have create positive thinking patterns. So that could be important. Be patient. Okay. Be patient with yourself. I believe in miracles affirmation. So this could be regarding work as well. Hecate could be here and working with you. Better partner incoming. So you could be manifesting a better partner or better partners in general or better people around you. Sextiles equals success after taking the first action. So you could have sextiles in your own birth chart, or you could be trying to leverage those things, or there could be transits with sextiles right now that you could lean on. I believe Uranus and Taurus is making a sextile to something. I know it's conjoining the sun, actually, probably, so that's interesting. Don't have deadly animals as pets. So these could be people that were around you that were quite dangerous. We have see all your strength and power, and we have stay away from people who can't stand to see you win. I'm going to end it on that note. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal use on the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Good luck. Take care.